COVID-19 testing is a must. Hear from supporters and opponents of this new rule.
From the team you can trust, this is News 8 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. COVID-19 cases continue to rise. The latest numbers right now, more than 900 cases in just 5 days in Monroe County alone. The county now averaging 179 new cases a day for the past 7 days.
Most of Monroe County still remains in that state-designated yellow zone, meaning more restrictions for businesses, schools, and group gatherings. Plus, 217 new cases of the virus were confirmed within the past 24 hours in Monroe County. 136 people are hospitalized with the virus in our region. 31 of those people, they are in the ICU right now. The 7-day rolling positivity rate stands at nearly 4%. There were no new deaths. And schools in the state's yellow zones are preparing to ramp up testing for COVID-19. If a school is in a yellow zone, it can remain open, but with mandatory weekly testing of students and teachers. Christian Garzone spoke with the superintendent of Greece, who's been speaking on behalf of our local superintendents. Christian joining us now live in Greece with more on all of this. Christian.
Adam, Kathleen Groutman, the superintendent of schools, says all this testing starts next week at a number of schools across the county. The biggest challenge, she says, right now is getting parents on board with all of this and building trust. 20% of students, staff, and teachers at schools across Monroe County need to be tested weekly while the region remains in the yellow zone, an indication of a COVID spike.
I feel like we can put a process in place, and I do feel like we can do it from a mechanical perspective. My worry in all of it is just the idea of getting enough people to consent.
Kathleen Groutman, the superintendent of schools, says informing the parents on how this process will work and getting the permission from parents is key in all of this.
So we're not going to be pulling kids in and testing them without parental consent. So that's going to be a piece of the process.
How this will all work is something Groutman says they're still working on and will likely vary by school.
Some schools might choose to do it in more of an alphabetical way. Some schools might be doing it by class.
Groutman says the test itself is not that deep nasal test many find so uncomfortable.
It's shallow, so it does use a Q-tip, and it just has goes into the first part of the nostril.
This week, Dr. Michael Mendoza, the public health commissioner, said schools are not the main source of spreading COVID, and it's more of a community cluster. The public today a bit split on the in-school testing.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think the children should be staying home and working virtual.
I think that's great for all the kids to be safe and the whole community to be safe.
Doesn't bother me, but I think the whole thing having the schools shut down is ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing. I mean, I'm personally homeschooled, so I'm not actually homeschooled, but I have some friends like that, and I think, protecting everybody else.
Groutman says parents can say no to this, and that does not mean their student has to stay home and go on remote learning. But
it could force us into having to go to a remote setting because we can't comply with that requirement.
Now, Groutman says the state outlined this has to be a fresh 20% of students and faculty getting tested every week. If people keep saying no time and time again, that could lead to a very big problem. In Greece, Christian Garzone, News 8. Adam Marine, back to you in the studio.